The Local Show, sponsored by Victory in Motion, home of knee repair, not knee replacement, on News Radio 570 WSYR, on 106.9 FM, and live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. The Local Show features in-depth conversation with business owners, employees, and influential business leaders throughout Central New York, exploring their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in our growing community. The Local Show is produced locally by Zoe Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
You found The Local Show on 570 WSYR 106.9 FM, and we're so happy to have you along. Pretty soon you'll be able to roll your windows down in your car and let the breeze blow through your hair and listen to the show.
Yeah, if you had hair. If you have hair, I guess that's
sooner or later that'll be able to happen. So it's not able. I said it'll be able to happen.
Able.
See how people, when you have lazy speech, it should be able when that's able to happen.
It's the whole W, not W.
Right.
Right?
I won't stand for loose vowels.
And 0 is a number and O is a letter.
That's right, yeah. Remember when they used to do the phone numbers like that? H2O, or, you know.
Yeah. No, I do. I do.
My grandmother always used to say the numbers like that. Look, we've got Sean Lewis back on the show with us. He is the owner of Ready to Rock Hardscaping. I would imagine, Sean, that you're waiting for the snow to clear too.
Can't wait. It can't come soon enough for us.
Do you do anything in the wintertime with your business, your type of business?
Yeah, we actually got lucky enough to land a nice seawall job out past Casanova this year, so that's kept us busy for the last
You
month.
work on a seawall in the winter?
You have to. The DEC won't allow you to do it during any other time because you'll be messing with the environment for animals.
You gotta be kidding me.
And the animals are frozen in the winter?
Yeah.
So this must be where there's moving water that didn't freeze, right?
No, actually, there's about 2 feet of ice right now that's holding up my excavator.
Golly. Oh, my God.
So that actually helps you.
It is helping. I mean, it's a little slick. It makes things, take twice as long, but yeah, it's better than going in the water.
So where are you doing this seawall?
It's a Tuscarora Lake.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I've never heard of Tuscarora Lake.
Yeah, you can golf. There's a golf course down there.
Somewhere near there. Yeah. It's kind of between Morrisville and Casanova.
Okay.
Give you a little
I've been out that way. Madison County, beautiful.
So you're building a wall. I always know you for pretty landscape, rockscape stuff. So this is a wall. It almost seems like a different kind of business. It almost seems like a...
Yeah, well, Ready to Rock. We deal with all types of rocks.
Can't help himself.
Big and small. So no, it's something that I've learned doing normal boulder walls for people in their landscapes. retaining walls, things like that. It's just kind of a little bit bigger.
But you got Army Corps of Engineers. You got all these regulated
for sure
things. So what's the wall made out of?
It's made out of limestone boulders.
Limestone boulders.
Yep.
And how do you even know, you have to make sure it can handle the water. How do you test that? I mean, I wouldn't even have a guess.
So it's basically, we get a lot of help. There's a Madison County Soil and Water helped me out.
Oh, there you go.
The DEC obviously helped me out. And then some of my suppliers, we got these boulders out of Canada. And we had Paragon Supply actually help us out.
What's in the back, Mac? Rocks.
Why did you have to go there when we have the quarry up there off of Route 80? There's the big quarry, and then there's the quarry over there in Jamesville.
Fayetteville. They all have. They're all over the place.
Right. Why?
Which honestly, normally I use those boulders and those quarries.
Okay.
This customer wanted something a little bit nicer.
Really?
They're called guillotine boulders, so they're broken a little bit more square. They're less. I don't know if natural looking is the right phrase, but they're a little bit more aesthetic, pleasing to the eye.
Interesting.
So when you're not saving a camp or a house from a flood on the seawall, talk to us about the regular hardscape. Spring's going to come. People do stuff to their house. What's your happy place? What do you?
Honestly, I love just building anything outside is my happy place. In the spring, we do a lot of drain work. As you know, the snow will melt. We'll get a lot of people who have water issues, standing water coming in the foundation. Their dogs go out, let them out, and they come back in soaking wet. So, we do a lot of that, moving water around in early spring. It seems to be where we get a lot of those calls. But pergolas, decks, patios.
So a deck to me is made out of wood.
Yep. We do woodworking as well. We basically, if the customer can dream it, we'll put it together on paper and then we'll put it together in their backyard.
So you're not like the Amish shed guys. You want A, B, C, or D. Which one do you want? That's not you.
No. Totally customizable.
Okay.
Everyone wants their own kind of piece, and we figure out a way to make it work.
Are you doing the fancy lighting within the stone and all that stuff?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's an expensive option to do, but I'll tell you right now, with how it looks when your house is lit up at night after
beautiful.
a nice landscape, boy, does it look good.
Yeah.
It looks sharp. Good for security too. You can kind of help lighten paths up, safety, things like that.
So were you like an artist? When you talk about the creative and you light up, you smile, it's like you're like the kid that had the 16 crayon set and got the 64. Well, look, you just like the whole creative thing. Right?
I do. I really do. I mean, I grew up playing with Legos and Lincoln Logs.
Oh, see, you are that guy.
You know what I mean? And this is my creative release. Is kind of that and figuring out more swear words when I golf.
So
Very nice.
I know you're not going to do the home show. You're really too busy to do that this year. So you won't be at the home show. But if people want to touch base with you, but we'll mention maybe again the ready2rockcny.com and the two. It's ready2rockcny.
Yep.
They can see samples and things like that.
Everything we did last year is thrown up there.
How if someone's like, I want to put something in my yard? How do you quote a project when you're a creative, and you're like, and you have 64 crayons?
Right.
I mean, seawall, like it's this long, I got this, but this is very different. How do people how much does it cost?
Well, that's normally the first question I get. But again, it's really up to whatever the customer wants. I kind of spend an hour or two sitting down with them, figuring out who they are, what they
Do they
like.
have to pay for that hour or two? Or no?
Oh no,
Okay.
no, that's all free. And then I'll sit back and figure out a budget, and I'll do a design, nice drawing, 3D modeling, things like that, to kind of give the customer a nice visual of what we're going to do, and then we go from there.
Right.
How much has AI played into your business? Have people been generating things with AI and saying, hey, can you do this?
It's actually helpful whenever a customer brings me something like that, because it kind of gives me a little bit better of an idea of what they're looking for. I don't really, AI doesn't affect me too much, other than helping other customers kind of figure that out.
So when the customer goes, hey, I want to do this and this and this, and you're thinking, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. How do you bridge that? And only because you have wisdom, you'll know what can work and what can't work. How do you bridge that? How do you convince somebody that they can't build a tower like that?
Honestly, I haven't come across too many people that kind of fight with me about that. Some people are very specific on what they want, and if it doesn't work and I tell them that, most of the time they're 100% okay with my experience, my knowledge in that regard. But when I do come across one, I'll give them your number.
No. So how do you give a price?
So what I do is I will break down with materials and labor. I break down every single aspect of the job, whether it's, say there's a patio with lighting and a wall and a pergola, and I'll just do that in different sections. People will kind of pick and choose what they want, what they can afford, and then we go from there.
Okay.
What's the point of pergola? The rain comes through the pergola.
Some
It
pergolas,
doesn't
some
protect
pergolas
you.
do. Some pergolas do. A lot of it is shade. Some people don't have a lot of, trees, natural shade, so that helps with some of that.
But the pergola's wide open. The sun shines through the slats.
So
right?
I did one this year that had slats, and I did one that had a metal roof as well.
You can put a metal roof
Yeah,
on
what
it.
is the point of it? That's a great question.
Yeah. Well, and I know that some people put like a cloth, like a draping cloth through it.
Yep.
Yeah, you can do that.
And I've seen people too will take some growing vines.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Give you a little bit
you can
more
do
of
that.
a
All right.
English garden look.
So,
Gotcha.
a lot of people in the space. So what's so stinking special about you?
There are a lot of people in the space. What differentiates me is that I am always on site.
Oh, okay.
At least twice a day I'm on site. I'm in there in the morning getting guys going, and I like to get my work done, computer work done in the morning, and then in the afternoon I'll show up and I'll get my hands dirty.
So the owner on premises, you're not like, can you tell them that this
Exactly.
is, there's none of that.
None of that.
Well, that is super. So hardscape stuff, take a look. You can see it at ready2rockcny.com, or call Sean at 391-9796. 391-9796. Ready to rock. Sean, thanks for joining us.
Appreciate it.